Okay, so I'm in Spain. Why am I in Spain? Well, I'm in a place called Rioja, and I'm here at the Institute of Masters of Wine, help out and run their social media for the next 6 days. They have an event here called Living Wine. It's their 9th inaugural symposium, is that right? Which I'm not really sure what that is. Wine people coming together to taste wine. Currently, I like wine and I drink wine. And I know a bit about South African wine and a little bit about French wine, but not enough. So we're going to learn this as we go. Anyway, I'm meeting a guy here called Ryan. Now, Ryan I know through Instagram and only Instagram. And we've chatted a bit and we've had a few WhatsApp, FaceTime, video messages and talked about bits and pieces, but he got me involved in this project. There's going to be that awkward minute where we meet each other in person, you know? Hello, I know you from Instagram. We've chatted a few times through text. Anyway, that's what we're doing, and I'm going to give you a highlight of the week. Alright? I'm going to unpack. That's Ryan. So
I don't know why I did that.
Ryan is directing the video shoot.
Directing, shooting.
Currently he's filming, actually. So there you go. If you want to check out Ryan's stuff, I'll do the old, the link below. This is the venue, right, for the next few days. It's called the Rioja Forum. It's literally 5 minutes from the hotel, which is great. It's quite a huge building. Not a lot of windows from this side. This is the first day. It's not a heck of lots going on. It's really more of a setup day. So I'm just trying to capture some of the shots of the actual location and get some photographs and bits and pieces for the different channels. Would we say humid? Not humid.
It's beautiful.
Sticky-ish. It's beautiful. It's not sticky. It's not humid. It's just beautiful.
It's perfect.
And we are both dressed for the sun, obviously. The day we arrived it was a bit drab, but then the minute the sun's come out, it's just changed it all. It's beautiful. Right, I just did a full circle this building. We're out the back doing interviews, isn't what I think he said. Maybe he didn't say that. Who knows? If I find him, I find him. If I don't, I'll just crack on with what I was doing. Not out the back. Not out the back at all. They're here. A vineyard here in Logrono. It's kind of the perk of the job, I guess. Downside is we are not here to sample the wine. There's a whole bunch of guests coming up to have dinner here tonight. Ryan's getting some drone shots. A couple of bits of the guests coming in. Then that's it. Everyone is in the main auditorium for a talk. And I was just posting stuff from the previous talk. So I'm gonna go into this one. I'll show you it. Here, stay there, it's fine.
No. If it isn't a simple measurement of that continues at that rate, and indeed if that melting.
We're going for dinner in a bull ring. I don't really know what to expect. Well, a bull ring, I expect to see a bull ring. These are the guys from the institution. The wine institution. Without the word wine before that, it could be anything. There it is. It's not kind of what I was expecting though. I think I was expecting it to be made out of like old stones, you know? Looks like a stadium to me. What is this hat called? Just really quickly walking back to the hotel because it's around the corner. I was sitting there in that bull ring thing and I was sitting there and I was like, I'm gonna lose this bag. I'm gonna leave it somewhere. I'm gonna forget about it. You know what I'm like with bags. If I can lose it on a train, I can definitely lose it in a bull ring. I'm also doing this. I know it seems like the concept of doing social media for someone seems like an easy thing. I try to bring my production qualities into social media stuff. So for example, I'm shooting photographs on the Sony, and I'm shooting video on the Sony, and I'm shooting vertical video on the Sony. So then I'm editing photographs, I'm banking video footage, I'm also editing vertical videos for Instagram stories. Then I have to export out high-res photos and save them. I have to export out low-res photographs and bank them. I've got to set photographs for Instagram, I've got to set photographs for Twitter, I've got to set photographs for Facebook, and I have to edit, grade, and export the videos for the Instagram stories. But I've also got to do that in a timely fashion so that the stuff I'm posting is as close to real time as possible, while also engaging with the other content that's being put up by the people that are at the event. A lot of the talks that they'll have a talk going on for like, say, an hour and a half, and then they'll come straight out of it into something else, into a lunch or into a wine tasting, and I've got to capture that. So I've got to film and capture and photograph and edit and put up and post, and then make sure that I've done that and it's online, or that I've left myself enough time to edit and get to the next talk. Woo! It's frantic. It's fun. It's so fun, but it is frantic. What time is it? When can I get a beer? That's the question. Woo! I need a cold beer. We got pizza because, well, basically it's the only food we understood. And then us ordering it, we nearly ordered food for like 100 people. The woman, she just kept piling the pizza on, and he was like, bro, cut it out, it's too much. We're at this like big mad vineyard thing. It's called Marc de Rescal. I mean, I pronounce stuff wrong where I live. I'm definitely pronouncing everything wrong here. This is the shop of the vineyard, basically, so the wine eventually ends up here. The guys are setting up some shots. For the video that they're making, they're doing a shot of this guy walking through here. It's kind of cool watching the way he works and seeing the way he works with the cameraman. Because them as a team, they plan every little step. They ran through that whole thing they were doing like 3 or 4 times, made sure they knew the angles of light, the way it was bouncing, where it was stopping, and they worked together to get that shot. They shoot it once. They got it right the first time. So this is this mad building. Look at this. What is this building about? I wonder if I go across this bridge. So this is the last day of the event, and it's like an Australian wine tasting. They got Australian wine, Australian food. I'm pretty sure that music's not Australian though, but it was amazing. Like the food was unbelievable. They had ragu beef. Oh wow, I don't know that much about wine, but it was good. Check this out. The mad thing about all this is that there's so many bottles of wine and they're all open. So they open them all, they put them all on the tables, and then that doesn't get drank gets poured out. Now one of these bottles here, I'll try and find it. It's called the NOWÖ. Like, it is still full. Full. They don't import that to the UK, or if they do, it's on very, very small scales. Wow. It's quite an event. Fair play to the people that are drinking wine all day. Like, they're getting up, they're doing a panel, then they're discussing wine, and they're drinking wine, a lot of wine. Then they're eating, then they're having another panel, then they're drinking loads of wine, then they're having a panel, then they're going out for dinner, where they're tasting more wine, and then they're drinking wine with their dinner. Then they're getting up the next day, and they're doing it again. Like, I came out there for lunch, had a couple of glasses of wine, and I was like, if I kept doing, I mean, okay, I was probably drinking it all, whereas they're sipping, spitting, carrying on with their day. But still, that's some serious self-control to be able to sip away at that stuff. Some of that wine is delicious. The wine industry is something else. Taking all the stuff back to the hotel, I'm gonna edit up one of the final Insta stories, and then I'm gonna go for a walk. I don't really know how I'm getting to the airport yet. A taxi or a train will work it out. How do these legs of ham work on the carry-on? Because like EasyJet, for example, doesn't let you bring 2 bags on. Can you bring a bag and a pig's leg? Back in Belfast now, it's like 9:30 at night. Tomorrow, I'm doing a full day walk around Belfast, doing like a photo tour. So I'm going home for something to eat, and then I'm going to sleep.